Hello students, myself Ranjana Patil. I started a basic, I will start new and basic chapters from 11 chemistry, that is the general organic chemistry. Particularly I focus on the basic concept in organic chemistry. So when you consider the word chemistry, chemistry is actually divided in the three branches: physical chemistry, inorganic chemistry, and organic chemistry. So these are the three branches of the chemistry. So when you consider the physical chemistry, in physical chemistry we study the physical concepts such as the laws, theories, various applications of these laws. When I consider inorganic chemistry, we consider the periodic table, the various elements and its property. When I consider organic chemistry, in organic chemistry, chemistry of the carbon compound. Can study whole about the carbon. I again revise. Physical chemistry, here we consider the various laws, various principles, and its applications. In inorganic chemistry, we consider the periodic table, all elements in the periodic table and their properties. In organic chemistry, we consider the chemistry of the carbon compound. So, when you consider the organic chemistry contains an important, that is the organic compounds. So now we can make a difference between organic compounds and inorganic compounds. So the organic compounds which are obtained from living organism, particularly from the plants and animals. Inorganic compounds, they are obtained from non-living organism. So when you consider the example of the organic compound, it's contained example as oils, proteins, and sugars. When I consider the inorganic compound, though obtained from non-living organism, here we consider example as a salts and calcium carbonates. So like this way, chemistry contains the two important compound, organic compound and inorganic compound. So let us focus on the history of the organic compounds, how the organic compounds are discovered. So let us consider in short a history in the development of the organic compounds. The first scientist who will be discovered or who will be give some concept about the organic chemistry or chemistry is the Berzelius. Then next one is the Holars. So Berzelius is the first scientist who will be said that some nature contain a mysterious force and they are responsible for a generation of plants and animals. And from plants and animals we can obtain organic compound. I write shortcut OC, organic compounds. So but the second statement which is given by the Berzelius is that the mysterious force are not artificially generated, hence organic compounds are not produced artificially. So organic compound not produced artificially. So because of this statement, the Berzelius theory can be formed. But Berzelius gives a very important concept that organic compound are obtained from plants and animals and they are actually from this mysterious force. So Hollar is the first scientist who made this theory fell by discovery of urea. Urea is the first organic compound which is prepared in the laboratory from ammonium from ammonium cyanide. So ammonium cyanide will be converted to urea. So urea is the first compound who prepared in the laboratory by the Colas. Then next, Kolbe. Kolbe is the scientist who will prepare acetic acid, in the laboratory from the inorganic sources. So like by like, so one by one the organic compounds are discovered, and now theory of the organic compounds becomes nowadays we have. So nowadays we have the millions of the organic compounds. Okay. So now come for the very basic things, that is, when you consider the organic compounds have the modern definition. So all these are the definition which are from the history, but what is actually the modern definition of organic chemistry? So organic chemistry is a branch of the science. It deals hydrocarbons. It contains mainly hydrocarbon, that is carbon and hydrogen. Along with it contains elements: nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur and halogens. So when you consider the organic chemistry, it deals with the hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbon is the main element in the organic chemistry. Along with it contains elements nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, halogen, etc. So when you consider the hydrocarbons, so from hydrocarbons, the compound which contain carbon and hydrogen are called hydrocarbons. So this hydrocarbon is again of the two type, or it is divided in the two type: saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbon, they are contain mainly carbon-carbon single bond. It possesses a carbon-carbon single bond. When you consider unsaturated hydrocarbons, they have multiple bond. These multiple bond may contain carbon-carbon double bond and carbon-carbon triple bond. So when you consider saturated hydrocarbons, they are also called as alkanes. When I consider unsaturated hydrocarbon, they are the two type: alkenes and alkynes. So when you consider the general formula of the alkanes, I can write here is a CnH2n plus 2. This is general formula for alkanes. Remember, alkanes have A and E. CnH2n is a general formula for alkenes. Alkenes have E. CnH2n minus 2 is the general formula of alkynes. Alkynes have yn. So like this way, the hydrocarbon, the compound contain carbon and hydrogen, they are divided into two types: saturated hydrocarbon, which mainly contain carbon-carbon single bond; unsaturated hydrocarbon, which contain multiple bond. In multiple bond, we consider double bond and triple bonds. So let us consider these examples in details. So first consider alkanes. So now first consider example of alkanes. Number of carbon, molecular formula of that so if the number of carbon is 1, the molecular formula of the alkane is CH4 and its name is methane. Okay, so as carbon is 1, so it is called as meth, and any is a common word you can use. Carbon number 2, C2H6. We can consider the general formula CnH2n plus 2. So 2 double of 2 is 4 plus 2 is 6. So carbon number 2, C2H6. Ethane. So when I consider ethane, so in ethane, eth and ane, I corrected, ethane. That's so carbon number 3, propane. So prop for carbon number 3, 4, butane. So for carbon 4, but and ane. Carbon number 5, pentane. So pent for carbon 5, 6, 7. Molecular formula is like this. For 6, C6H14. Its name is hexane. So hex and then ane. 6 carbon represent hex. 7, heptane. So hept and ane. Similarly, carbon number 8, molecular formula octane. 9, nonane. 10, decane. 11, undecane. 12, dodecane. So like this way, we can consider the basic example for the alkanes. Remember, carbon 1, meth, so methane. Carbon 2, eth, ethane. Carbon 3, prop, ane. Carbon 4, but, butane. Carbon 5 for 5, pent, so pentane. 6, hex, so hexane. 7, hept, so heptane. 8, oct, octane. 9, non, nonane. 10, dec, decane. 11, undecane and dodecane. So like this way, we consider various examples of the alkanes. Now similarly, we can consider the example for alkenes and alkynes. So let us consider the example of alkenes. So what change here? The formula of the alkene is CnH2. So when you consider carbon number 1 for alkene, we know that carbon number 1 is not possible for alkenes, because in order to make a double bond, the double bond condition is that carbon-carbon double bond. So the minimum condition of the alkene is it has a 2 carbon. So started from here. So let us consider the example for this. So carbon number 2 formula is now C2H4. Okay. So what now changes? The eth is same as, because carbon number 2 is as it is. So it is a ethane. 3, propene, but, butene, pent, pentene. 6, hex, hexene. 7, heptene, octene. I changed the formula. Nonane, decene, undecane, dodecane. Okay. So what's formula now? C2H4, C3H6, C4H8, C5H10, C6H12, C7H14 as CnH2n. C8H16, C9H18, C10H20, C11H22, C12H24. So like this way, you can consider the example of alkenes. Okay. Then similarly, we go for the alkynes. So when you say alkynes, alkynes have YNE, triple bond. The molecular formula is CnH2n minus 2. Okay. So now we change the here for one carbon. So for one carbon, eth, so ethene. Two carbon, ethine. Three carbon, propyne, butane, pentine, hexane, heptine, then octine, nonine, decyne, undecyne, dodecyne. So like this way we consider. Now change the molecular formula here. So here carbon number 2, 4 minus 2, that is a 2. Carbon number 3, 6 minus 2, that is a 4. Carbon number 4, 8 minus 2, that is a 6. Carbon number 5, 10 minus 2, that is 8. 6, that is a 10. 7, that is a 12. 18, that is a 14. 16, 18, 20, 22. So like this way, it has a double 24 minus 2. So like this way we can write the formula for all these basic compound, alkane, alkene and alkynes. So one thing you understand, alkanes CnH2n plus 2, alkene CnH2n and alkyne CnH2n minus 2. So like this way, the 2,2 hydrogen goes on decreasing. So alkane having carbon-carbon single bond. Suppose I consider example as ethane. Ethane, carbon-carbon double bond. Ethene, remember ANE, ENE. Carbon-carbon triple bond. So this eth is as it is ANE, ENE and YNE. So like this way, you try to remember the organic compounds from the saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay. Now, the next and very important things now we discuss about the organic chemistry is the structural representation of the organic compound. So, how the organic compounds are represented? So, structural representation of the organic compounds. So, these are the three ways by which we can represent the structure. The first is the condense formula. Second, complete structural formula, which is also called as Lewis structure or dash structure. It's also called Lewis or dash structure. And the third is a bond line or zigzag formula. So these are the three ways by which organic compound can be represented. So let us consider first complete structural formula. Okay, so I first give a complete structural formula. So complete structural formula. So what happened in complete structural formula? So in complete structural formula, suppose I consider example of ethane. So how you write the ethane? Ethane is having formula C2H6. So it has a 2 carbon by satisfying the valency of the carbon as a 4. Carbon is a tetravalent. So satisfy the valency of the carbon. So it has a 6 hydrogen. Okay. So what happened in complete structure formula? The electron, the two, we know that each bond is made up of the 2 electrons. So these are the bond pair electrons. So this bond is represented in the form of the dash. Here in the complete structural formula, it is also called as a dash formula, where the bond between the carbon and the bond between carbon hydrogen is represented in the form of the dash. So it is also called as a dash formula or dash structure. So ethane having dash structure or complete structure is like this way. Here the one important thing in the complete structural formula is that if the heteroatom, so what are heteroatom? The heteroatoms are nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, halogens. If they have the lone pair on them, they can be or cannot be represented. The lone pair on this heteroatom can or may not be represented. For example, I have the ethanol. Ethanol is having formula C2H5OH. Okay. So how we write ethanol? The 2 carbon out of the 6 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen is replaced by OH. Okay. So one formula is OH, the remaining is hydrogen. So like this. So when I write the complete dash formula, I can represent the lone pair on the oxygen. It may be or may not be. Oxygen is a group 16 element. Oxygen is a group 16 element. So it has a 6 valence electron. So therefore, it has a 6 valence electron. So therefore, I can show the lone pair of electron like this way. Okay. So it has a 2 lone pair of electron. Remember, oxygen has a 2 lone pair of electron. Nitrogen has a 1 lone pair of electron. We can represent in the formula. For example, I consider a methylamine. What happened in methylamine? Methylamine has a formula CS3NH2. So carbon is with the 3 hydrogen, the nitrogen with the 2 hydrogen. Nitrogen has a 3 valency. Oxygen is having 2 valency. And oxygen is a divalent. I said that oxygen is a divalent. Nitrogen is a trivalent. Okay. So the lone pair of electron on the nitrogen may or may not be represented like this way. So I can write the formula of the ethanol is like this way, or I can write the formula. So this is the complete structural formula of the organic compounds. Now next is the condensed formula. So when writing the complete structural formula, we can write the bond as a dash. Now when condensed formula we consider, in the condensed formula, suppose I write the example of, or I consider butane. I can write butane. Okay. So what is the formula of the butane? C4H10. So first I write complete structural formula. So in the complete structural formula, there are the 4 carbon. The 4 carbon are written with the satisfying the 4 valency of the hydrogen, because it has a only carbon and hydrogen. Okay. So this is the complete structural formula of the butane. So while writing the condensed formula, the 2 things we have to consider. We may omitted some all or some covalent bond depending upon requirement. Covalent bond and identical groups of atom are written in subscription. Means this compound, how you write the example formula of this compound? This carbon is with the 3 hydrogen dash. This carbon is the 2 hydrogen dash. This carbon is again 2 hydrogen, and this carbon is having 3 hydrogen. So this is one type of the condensed formula. I say that condensed formula 1. I can write this condensed formula by omitting the bonds. So I can write CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, where the two CH2 bonds are identical. So identical group of atoms are written in the subscription. So how I write? So what is the condensed formula second? That is a CH3, CH2 twice, because they are identical. I can written as a subscription as a twice, and then CH3. So this is a condensed formula A, and this is the condensed formula B. So in the condensed formula, whatever the identical atom or group of atom, they can written as a subscription, in which some bond, some covalent bond may be omitted or may not be omitted. For example, I have to consider as a, if I consider example as a ethanol, if I consider example as a ethanol or propanol. So when I consider example of ethanol, CH3, CH2, OH. How I write complete structural formula? Carbon with the 3 hydrogen. This carbon is with the 2 hydrogen and 1 OH. Okay. So this is your complete structural formula. Then how I write the condensed formula? This carbon is with the 3 hydrogen. This carbon with the 2 hydrogen and having OH. Okay. So this is a condensed formula. One condensed formula A. I can write the condensed formula second. CH3, CH2, OH. That is it. So here the bond between O and H will be not neglected. Okay. So like this way you can consider a condensed formula. Now third one is the bond line formula or zigzag formula. So in this formula